All right, so I think we'll start now. More and more people will keep joining in, but in the meantime, we'll start. So we know the topic. I just had a Facebook post that came. I want to share with you by the time people join. It is about the new resume in the post-COVID situation. Somebody just posted this. If anyone is looking for a job, next round of resumes will have such highlights. Having a home with soundproof workstation or separate study room, full house, full-time house help, two broadband connections, mobile network, can talk in the same tone even if woken by a call, can initiate, organize and come live in an online meeting in just 10, 12 to 15 seconds. Future interviews will be like this. Your kid is crying, your maid hasn't come and you have to host a Zoom. Can you do that? You have 10 Mbps data speed, your wife has a meeting to attend, your mother-in-law is watching Netflix and your kid is in an online class. So how are you going to deal with this when a team is complaining on a video conference, breaking down? So trick question in an interview. यार मुझे तो खाना खाने के बाद बहुत अच्छी नींद आती है, तुमको आती है कि नहीं? फ्यूचर एम्प्लॉय डिमांड्स कैन बी लाइक, सर आपकी कंपनी मेड बैकअप भेजती है कि नहीं? एचआर के पास चिल्ड्रन के लिए स्पेशल ट्रेनिंग मॉड्यूल है कि नहीं? फ्यूचर एम्प्लॉय ऑनबोर्डिंग किट्स विल बी लाइक ब्रॉडबैंड कनेक्शन किट, home workstation, 100 MB 100 backup made hours by Book My Buy. My God, 1,000 credits for Urban Clap and tenure time Baiju subscription for kids. So people have already started getting innovative. A lot of ideas coming in, and surely enough, one thing is there, that certain things we can't even imagine how the post-COVID world will be at the workplace and at the home. One friend of mine who's a very senior person in a very well-known brand told me that we were having a Zoom meeting and there was a lady who didn't appear, who shut off her video in the meeting, and when asked to come up, she said, "Sir, I have not gone to the parlor for a month. I cannot show this face." Somebody else in the same meeting said, "Sir, my house is not good enough. I don't have a place to have a video conference, so I'm keeping my video off." These are certain things which are funny as of now, but similar situations can really be real, and we don't know what kind of things are going to come up. How much will we be prepared? Because how much will we be able to gauge what is going to come? So some things will be funny, some things will be serious, some things will be depressing, and I'm sure some things will be nice. The system is rebooting. The whole world is rebooting. At the home, at the office, the whole system is rebooting. The whole work style is changing. The whole mindset is changing. The whole way we look at life is changing. People were talking about searching for meaning in life. Probably that urge has become stronger. People are, yeah, okay, so there was this movie, Oh My God, in which Mithun said in the end, these are God-fearing people, these are not God-loving people. They are still going to come to the ashram. So maybe that God-fearing people are suddenly woken up. Those who wouldn't love to go to the temple or wouldn't worship have started worshipping. So all of these things I have seen around me, you would have also seen. So this workshop today, or rather the webinar today, I've been doing some workshops on the online of late, so the workshop word. So this webinar will have two perspectives. First is around 20 minutes till around 11:30. We will talk about the gravity of the situation and the need for meditation. Next 30 minutes, we will talk about what is meditation, why do we need to meditate. I have a concept called CCTV meditation. This is something that I have come up with. So I'll tell you what is CCTV meditation, how effortless it is to meditate. Right now I am meditating, right now you are also meditating. I'll tell you how that is possible. We'll do a 10-minute meditation session also, so be with me in that. I'll tell you, because people say we can't meditate, and I make people do meditate. I do online sessions and I also do personal sessions with people. Even yesterday I had a neighbor coming in and I had a good session with him. I felt so nice after doing that meditation. It's like following your passion has a new meaning today for me. So I loved it. And I can assure you, give me 10 minutes of yours and I'll tell you meditation 100% possible है आपके लिए. बिल्कुल नहीं बोलें कि थॉट्स आते रहते हैं, माइंड में कुछ ना कुछ चलता रहता है, मुझसे आंखें बंद नहीं होती हैं. आंखें बंद करनी नहीं है मेडिटेशन में. So we'll talk about that. And at around 12 we'll throw the floor open for questions. In the meantime, see, it will be difficult because this is like I'm a one-man show, but still uh, try to keep posting your queries on chat. This is unfortunately a one-way system, so post your queries on chat, and maybe I'll have a look at them, and if possible I'll also address them. Otherwise at 12 o'clock I'll do that. We'll try to wind up at 12:15, 12:30, whatever way it takes. So we'll start now. So the gravity of the situation, basically, it is like we're going into times we don't know what kind of times are right now. We don't know. We have some idea. We have pressure at work. There are people who don't know whether their business will last or not. There are people who are not able to pay their salaries. There are people who are thinking to shift to job from business. There are employees who, now that April is over and the salary time is almost over, we have known that people haven't got their salaries. Some have got less, some have got their full salaries. But the thing is, I'll put it in context here, that even in case of those people who have got their salaries, they'll feel lucky that they are working in an organization where they have got their salary. But please do understand that they're still living in pressure. The pressure is of their own life, being secure or not secure, as well as still the financial scenario being uncertain. They still don't know next month what will happen. Big corporates have decided not to give salaries also, so nobody can be really sure. The organizations will certainly want, but their hands might be tied in a month or two. We don't know. So that uncertainty is there. Also, the leadership will have to understand that while these people will not leave the organization because this organization is there paying their salaries in full, but do we have that emotional balance or the mental wisdom to understand that we don't arm twist these people, because there is a lot of stress, and we'll be talking about that. So here there is a financial impact of COVID-19. What are there? These are things that you know, but we'll quickly go through these. The first one is 27.1% unemployment. This is the CMI data, and on 3rd May, 7.8% was the figure in Feb. It has gone up to 27. Urban unemployment has gone up to 30 point something, 1 or 2%. So that is also there, urban unemployment. Then there are 122 million people who have lost their jobs. Globally, 1.6 billion informal economy workers are significantly impacted. Now here, there is a 60% decline in their income. Also, the fact that many people are there where work from home is not even an option, probably the livelihood itself has stopped. And we're not only talking about the lower rung of the society, the workers, the mazdoors and all those people. We're talking of many other kinds. We're talking of many in the middle class also, whose businesses have stopped, or they were not a part of the essential goods and services, and probably now they may not really be having those many customers or any customers at all. Or maybe social distancing might be an issue also for them. 30 million Americans filed for unemployment. Then medical expenses. So this is the common man thing. People like you and me who may face this today, already they might be facing, or maybe we may face it tomorrow. The basic medical expenses. There is a family that I know who need medical help right now. They thought they will be having those kind of some surgery in the next month, but now with money not pouring in, they have stopped. The question is, if there is a surgery required, till what time will they be able to stop themselves? Or some other basic medical expenses, right? The EMIs which are there, which have been postponed for 3 months, but not all EMIs. Also credit card expenses. Plus, we don't know now, June onwards, what is the government strategy on EMIs. Then there is school fees, and more importantly, you might say, Luxury expenses, why we added this? Come on, luxury was a prize we thought we win for all the hard work that we do. So we thought we deserve this. Basic luxury or more luxury, we don't know. I'm talking from a middle class perspective here. They would want that luxury, but now probably even that might hurt them emotionally. And therefore the need for this webinar. Salary payment patterns. Now you understand, this is the shocking figure. 1/3 of businesses have a weekly pay period. Around 40% people have a bi-weekly payment period. 20% are semi-monthly, and hardly, so when you talk of the national figure, hardly there are people who are getting monthly salaries. Did we ever know that? Did we ever think about that? Well, at least I didn't know that. While preparing for this PPT, doing research on the internet, I got these things and I was shocked. I thought this has to come on the PPT. We think we are the world. Everybody, because we get monthly salaries, everybody would be getting monthly salaries. Obviously, we know so many people, upper segment, lower segment, everybody gets monthly salaries. But these datas that I've collected are either from CMI or from ILO. So this is authentic data, right? So this is also there. Then less consumption. Now India is a consumption story. India is a consumption success. People come to India from outside because they see India being a totally, thoroughly consumption-driven economy. I don't know how much of that will be true 3 months from now. I'm giving a lot of time actually. 3 months from now, right? So here the context is, my dear friends, whatever I'm talking about is that there are issues there. I am focusing on the negatives here. Positives I'll talk about later. I'm just saying that because of all of this, the first thing, big thing that gets hit is emotional intelligence. Because of that, what gets hit is patience levels. Now that is a big concern. Patience levels decreasing will lead to intolerance. Intolerance might lead to crime, might lead to violence, might lead to cheating, manipulation. What I see is in the fact that so many people will be so needy right now, internet scams, banking scams will increase because they'll be fooled easily because they just want some way to get money, some way to get something. And so it will become easier for those who do these con things on the internet, for which the RBI has been doing such a good job in pressurizing people to, or pressurizing, I'm using the word pressurizing people to understand how important it is to not share your relevant data, right? I don't know what will happen on that front. And if that happens, which I'm sure will happen, it will happen on a probably larger scale than maybe 2 months ago. Then again there will be problems, again there will be emotional stress, the whole cycle will repeat. Then there are already so many divorce cases increased in the West. India, urban economy, lot of ambitions, we don't know where this will go. We don't know how people will react to this. People not living together, both of the husband and wife working, now that they have to live together with each other, and the kids also, and especially if the kids are a little above 7 to 8 years, when they have their own opinion. What kind of patience remains? How many people are really playing games with each other every day, or watching TV together, eating together, probably cooking together? All that is good till now. What happens if May salaries don't come or May income doesn't come? Will they be in a state of mind to do that? Can we understand how big a topic is this? How big an issue is this? How much of this can overrule this pandemic and become another social pandemic in the future? While we're talking of solutions, a lot of gossips keep happening on the internet, or rather on the TV and amongst our friends, WhatsApp groups. Everybody is a reporter. I'll not name the most famous reporter here. And everybody is becoming the biggest gossiper. Everybody is taking decisions on behalf of the government, and saying government को ऐसा करना चाहिए, government को वैसा करना चाहिए, all of that put aside, when things will get hit at a personal level, how will this be dealt with? Now, there comes a need for meditation or something else which keeps the emotional balance intact. What I'm saying here is, if that doesn't start now, and by the time it's 1 month or 2 months and the water has crossed dangerous levels, I don't know then how much of these measures, however proven over thousands of years, will be helpful. And therefore, whoever is attending this seminar right now, if you think this is relevant, please make sure that at least you bring this topic to your friends instead of all other gossips. Bring this topic, how to deal with emotional intelligence. My solution here is meditation. I've been meditating for 11 years. I'm a master's in psychology. I'm doing my PhD on the topic, meditation and its impact on emotional intelligence. I'm totally sold on this topic. But that doesn't mean you also have to. It is okay. You don't believe in meditation? Alright. But some or the other way that suits you, you'll have to find out. You'll have to kind of make it into a movement that people at least understand that emotional intelligence is going to be very, very important, especially in the times that are coming forward, and therefore we need to be ready with that thing. Right. So we'll go ahead. Reasons for fear and worry. I think again very basic. Visibility of large number of corona positive cases as well as deaths around the world. The TV figures are really scary at times. Till the time we thought maybe China and Italy, whatever is happening, India is unaffected, etc., was fine. But today, when you find India, I live in Ahmedabad, Bombay, Delhi, Ahmedabad are the top 3 cities, and there are a lot of issues. We get worried. A lot of other cities also, people get worried with these numbers. So here I have a statement, and please take this statement and do your own research on this statement. I am saying in these times you have to be careful. Everybody knows that. Also, I say you have to not be careless. Understood? Careless, the only careless thing that I'm talking about, others we know, is मुझे कुछ नहीं होगा. I am absolutely fine. I am taking care. I am washing my hand. I am doing this and that. मुझे कुछ नहीं होगा. So that, but the third, the biggest thing, the biggest damage is when I am not carefree. The third statement is I am supposed to be carefree. Am I carefree? Because I have to be nischint somewhere from inside. Somewhere from inside, whatever happens, and that's where meditation helps, surely. And that's where emotional intelligence also builds up. See, one thing you understand, I'm not saying to be careless, but please understand this. We Indians have a great diet system traditionally. All that tulsi, adrak, kali mirch, haldi and all other things are a part of our kitchen, thanks to Ayurveda and thousands of years of research. We know in the West this is not happening. हम बुजुर्गों के बारे में ऐसा बोलते हैं, भैया इन लोगों ने जो खाना खाया ना वो तो हमने खाया ही नहीं है, इनकी जो हेल्थ है ना, हमको 60 साल के होते हैं हमारा क्या होगा पता नहीं. This is a very common statement. That's why we see a lot of old people dying there because of, in the West, because of those imbalance, all those pizzas and lot of cheese and lot of coke and lot of beer and lot of whiskey, lot of things happening. Not that they are bad, but if they are a part of your basic food system, what is the kind of health you're getting? Compared to that, the kind of food our old people have eaten, I would rather say the old people are safer than me. So we don't have to really worry. Our systems are good. Our food is good. We don't have to be careless, but we have to be carefree that as long as I'm having green tea every day with a lot of tulsi and adrak, I'm having a lot of haldi in my food, I'm having this and that, other things, all those things which are there, I really have to be careful, but I don't have to really worry, because worry and tension is what kills me. So that being said, quickly, some points which are obvious. Positive cases within family and neighborhood, that's scary. Uncertainty about the well-being of self and the near and dear ones, of course. Uncertainty regarding sources of income and even availability of job. Now this is big. We've talked about it. Household expenses as well as bank loans and such liabilities. Yesterday I was talking to somebody, bank loan is okay. But if you've taken money from a shroff, or maybe those people who would have taken money from some local person who probably would put a gun on your head. We know such people are there, and that's a big business. There, you might even see some extreme cases, extreme reactions. You don't know what will happen. But how would this guy pay? So that's at least a worry. At least I have a worry. What will happen to my June EMIs? What will happen to my June expenses? Those worries cannot be let go of. Of course, meditation is a way I'll be talking about, but even meditation wouldn't solve this whole thing completely. Then gossips. Now this is big gossip discussion. Being a full gossip monger on social media and discussing ये तो government ऐसी है, government को ये करना चाहिए, वैसा करना चाहिए, all of those things we know that. So can we skip all of that? So let me just take a little break and check for the chats here. All right. So please, if there is something that is a question, do ask. Of course, I'll answer it later, but do ask. So yeah, somebody has said be positive always. It helps to get energy. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Positivity. I mean, come on. There is so much research on this. There is so much research on this. Today, I mean, we Indians don't believe on our own, legacy of whatever our shastras or other things have said. I think still there is a large segment among our urban Indians who would want to call it extremist or uncool. But when a Gora comes here and talks about these things, some Gora comes and say वेदों में तो बहुत अच्छा लिखा है. Some Gora comes and says yoga बहुत अच्छा है. Some other guy comes and says in a typical accent, oh, Ayurveda is great. I'm really getting help. And we feel, oh yeah, Ayurveda, okay, Ayurveda is great. Oh, I'll check. I think it's good. Till that time, Ayurveda, what Ayurveda? I'll rather go with allopathy. With all due respect to allopathy, of course. So, come on. I think this rebooting of this system will help you get there. You'll really find the sense in all of the things that we Indians should be proud of. Alright, going ahead. So this is the office scenario right now. Is it or not? I don't know. This is a very old pic for my presentations. I'm a corporate trainer. I do these trainings, and I have this PPT slide since long. This is anyways a scenario. The picture on the left side down picture, being trapped. Now that's my point. Are we feeling being trapped as an employee? As a leader also I am an employee. But as a leader, can I understand and empathize with this feeling? I am stuck probably because I'm getting salaries in this company. I am stuck because probably there is no other option. I'm at least living with the hope. This month they haven't given the salary. Maybe next month they will. Let me keep working, continue working. Maybe my boss shouts at me, uses all that language. Okay, I might be having this gentleman here today. I had a word with him yesterday. This is a gentleman working in a good senior position in a leading private bank, and we know each other for almost 20 years now. We worked together 20 years ago, 18 years ago, and this guy told we have always had this discussion that last year this guy told me that the employees are getting so restless that he said, I am foreseeing violence at office. Boss is being thrashed. He said that last year. Yesterday he told me, and he must be listening and laughing right now. Yesterday he told me that 3 or 4 days my subordinates were not really doing business. Now he's in a department which is still doing business in this market. So in that sense, they were on 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, all of these. Day before yesterday, I blasted them, shouted at them, and numbers came. See, this is not totally wrong. Somewhere that trend has been there also. But I'll say, and he himself also said, that balance has to be there. When to shout and when to probably be nice. This another guy whom I talked about earlier, he said when there is somebody switching off the YouTube, the Zoom video, when I'm scolding this guy in a physical offline scenario, when I'll scold this guy, after some time I'll pat him on the shoulder, chal chai pila, and I'll cool it off. We'll have a soft discussion. Here that thing is not possible. So shouting on a Zoom discussion because that might be the need of the hour is all right, but there's no compensation happening. So what is happening there in that context? So Monday blues, you know about Monday blues. I have a blog, I have a website, anuragmehta.com. Please, if you're an avid reader, go to that website. There is a page at the workplace, and there is a blog. Monday blues is a scam. Please read that. We don't have time for discussing that, unfortunately. We'll just go forward. Now we'll shift into meditation. Anyone knows about this? Anyone knows about this? What are these things? Okay, there is a gap of, just so that you know, there is a gap of almost 20 seconds between what I am saying and when you are hearing it. So maybe I'll immediately not get your responses and immediately reply. But again, I'll have to, this is a limitation of being on a webinar, on a one-way communication. In a typical scenario, I would want people to answer, which I always do, but now I'll actually continue with this. Also, I have to take care of the time. These are water crystals. These are water crystals, and these are also water crystals, the same water crystals. These are pure water crystals water crystals of pure water, distilled water. In fact, snowflakes, which are supposed to be totally pollution free and natural water, under a microscope. One particle of water under a microscope. Now these are also the same, but these are, as you can see, distorted. Now the point here, the importance of meditation therefore is, whatever the situation, whatever the need, whatever the requirement for me to shout or maybe get negative, personally I'm having a lot of chinta about tomorrow. Ye kya hai? My 70% body is water. So this is Dr. Imojo, I'm not really remembering his name, is a Japanese doctor, and I'm sure some of you would have seen this research. This is a 20-year research done by this person in Japan. He says water has memory, and he's proven that with a lot of research papers. What he's saying here is that when you keep water in a positive atmosphere or in a natural state, this is the shape of water. When you put that water in a negative situation, in a negative state, lot of shouting, lot of negativity, some typical TV serial going on with lot of shadyantra between Saas, Bahu, Nanad and all those people, and all of that negativity, this is a shape that this water takes. And 70% of my body being water, you can understand what happens to me. The good news is, as you might follow the cursor here, this water can become this. Here it is written after prayer, but what he also says is, bringing the water back into positivity will help the cell, the water crystal, to gain its shape. As we see a lot of cancer cases in particular happening these days, these years, strange cancer cases, we've never heard those kind of cancer cases, or maybe other physical diseases happening. Much of it, Dr. Imojo says, is happening because the water inside gets distorted because of the negativity, chinta, or the atmosphere we live in. If the boss is shouting at the employee, not only the employee's water is inside is getting like this, even his own is getting inside this. Not even shouting, even if he's having a lot of chinta inside, this is what is happening to his body. So at some point, maybe the cells of the body become distorted, and then as they keep on multiplying, there is a tumor that develops. And that's why he found out reason that we have known that cancer happens because a distorted cell multiplies in a particular place, but nobody has ever been able to find, not now but earlier, that why that cell distorts. This was one person who did that, and so a very strong case, for whatever the reason, not being negative. Alright, so we'll go again. So what do we do? 21st century leadership. Lot of changes. पहले का लाला जो होता था, बॉस होता था, लाला जी होता था, सेठ जी होता था, जो उसने बोला बात खत्म. Completely illogical. No HR, प्रेशर है तो है, नहीं है तो नहीं है, बॉस अच्छा है तो अच्छी बात है, नहीं अच्छा तो नहीं अच्छा है. एंड एक जगह से नौकरी नहीं छोड़ते थे, 40 साल उसी जगह से रिटायर होते थे, तो जैसा भी है सेठ चलाएंगे. Today's leadership is different, today's employee is different, he knows his rights, he knows his abilities, he does a SWOT of the boss immediately during the interview itself, lot of things. But 21st century leadership in today's context, so work for HR and management. Job profile reshuffling. Now here at an individual level also we have to think, एज एन इंडिविजुअल, एज एन एम्प्लॉय। एक्सीलेंस के पीछे भागो, कामयाबी झक मार के पीछे आएगी। मे बी इट इज अ लिटिल डिफिकल्ट टुडे टू एक्सेप्ट दैट, बट कैन आई गो इनटू can I work a little bit harder now for the HR and the management? Can I use this policy of, I don't know how much of it is possible. I understand that, but whatever is possible, can I do raw job reshuffling so that people are at least in their profiles which they love to do? Can we have an interaction with the employees on that level? Find ways to be happy if possible, satisfied. Show a large heartedness and care towards employees. Difficult, very difficult, but that's what being Neelkant is all about. You have to, take the pressure on you, but down there you have to become, large hearted. सैलरी छोटी छोटी बातों पे सैलरी ना काटें, थोड़ा आधा पौना घंटा आगे पीछे हो गया तो these are not normal days, so let's not behave like those normal days. All right. Common sense, laying off and retention strategies. Common sense, not from the book that you read in the MBA or from some American organization doing something, we following it here, downloading it from Google. Sorry, not traditional balance sheet driven retention and laying off. Some common sense. I should have also written being human, some human strategies. I think if we don't become spiritual now, then it's a lifetime opportunity lost. If we don't become human, being human, if we don't become human now, it's a lifetime opportunity lost. Right? Balance over desires. Of course, we'll have to put up, as a management and as an individual, we'll have to somewhere have some balance in those desires. And wellness and spiritual interventions, some meditation interventions, calling in some people, doing meditation or doing some spiritual talks, etc. A lot of things are there. But there are some challenges here. How will someone who has never been spiritual do justice to spiritual interventions? Maybe the HR or the management, probably they never thought about being spiritual. Now how will, probably they'll call the big shots, the Sadgurus and the Art of Living and the Brahmakumaris, and some people will come. Would they even know what they have to do? Would the people doing these interventions even know? So how do we take that? How will it be drilled down to the leadership mindset? The leaders might still keep on doing the same things same way. And Stephen Covey said, if you keep doing the same things the same way all the time, you'll keep on getting the same results all of the time. So maybe that can be put in context. Doubt on effectiveness of meditation, or Rukna Mana Hai generation, on those people, those rat race people. How much of conviction is there on meditation? Right? Alright, so Maslow, I'll skip this. I think we have a little less time now. Maslow, I'm a love of Maslow, and in my PhD now, I did so much research on Maslow. It totally changed my perspective of Maslow, but maybe some other time we'll go through quickly. Okay, just let me see. Alright, yeah, somebody said healing crystals, somebody's knowing. So this is a concept of CCTV meditation. Now what is meditation? Now we'll spend some 20-25 minutes on what is meditation, and we'll take time out. I'll tell you how to meditate in 10 seconds and come out of stress. Be with me on this one. This whole thing was a preface to the entire concept that I want to do now. I'm doing online sessions in meditation. People are really happy with me, being connected with me. We're doing sessions in the morning, in the evening, half an hour kind of meditation. Sometimes they go up to 35-40 and people love it. They send me amazing responses. I have been a meditator for so many years, for all the struggles of my life in the last decade. I am totally convinced. And of course the PhD now. So what is CCTV meditation? What is a CCTV? We know what is a CCTV. A CCTV does what it does. It does see things impartially. Whatever comes in the scope of the CCTV, it looks at those things non-judgmentally. No partiality, no favoritism, no prejudice, no judgment, bias, stereotype, whatever. Whatever comes in the scope of the CCTV, you see that. मेडिटेशन को हिंदी में बोलते हैं ध्यान. ध्यान क्या है? कोई भी चीज को ध्यान से करें. इन केस आप मुझे ध्यान से सुन रहे हैं, which I really hope, आप मेडिटेशन नहीं कर रहे हैं अभी. मैं आपसे ध्यान से बात कर रहा हूं, मैं मेडिटेशन नहीं कर रहा हूं. कौन बोलता है मेडिटेशन नहीं कर सकता हूं? ये इस तरह से बैठना और मेडिटेशन करना आंखें बंद करके एक पर्टिकुलर पोस्चर में गलत नहीं है. बट दैट इज नॉट द ओनली वे मेडिटेशन इज डन. Meditation can be done while driving, while running, while being in the kitchen, at work, typing something on the mobile, etc. Can we not look at that as meditation? Yes, of course, the formal processes of meditation are good. They do that, they do help you in meditating, or the goals of meditations are fulfilled. But if those are not possible, most of the people, because those are not possible, are drifting away from meditation. So I want to just correct that thing here through this webinar today. That's the whole theme of this webinar. So this meditation is for two kind of people. One is for the individuals, whoever is facing whatever they are facing. Second is for leadership. The leadership part that I took just now. The leadership will have to be really mature in the times to come. Very, very important that leadership takes a central role, the Neelkant role, and therefore the meditative aspects for leadership are extremely important. People have been telling we are more busy than normal days during our Zoom meetings. There are people who are telling me काम नहीं है, दुकानें बंद है, सब ऑफिस बंद है, कस्टमर नहीं है, सड़क पे कर्फ्यू है, लेकिन फिर भी ये लोग some clerical work and this, and I tell them भैया मुफ्त की पगार तो नहीं देगा ना, वो कुछ तो कराएगा ना. तो गलत क्या है, कहीं ना कहीं कुछ तो सिस्टम में हम भी तो दिवाली की सफाई करते हैं ना, बहुत सारी चीजें क्लटर पेंडिंग हो जाता है, कर रहे हैं ना, तो व्हाट्स द प्रॉब्लम? एट लीस्ट आई मीन यू वांट द सैलरी एंड जस्ट वांट टू चिल आउट फॉर द होल मंथ और 2 months. So there that balance is also required from an individual's point of view, but on the same hand the leader also has to understand ये आर्मी डिसिप्लिन का जरूरत नहीं है अभी. You'll have to be human, and that's where this CCTV meditation comes in. मेडिटेशन का मीनिंग एज आई सेड हिंदी में है ध्यान. ध्यान किस चीज पे? हम बोलते हैं थॉटलेस स्टेट ऑफ माइंड. आई एम सॉरी, दिस माइंड का जो स्ट्रक्चरल बनावट है, उसकी जो फैक्ट्री सेटिंग्स है, जो वो थॉटलेसनेस में है ही नहीं. द माइंड इज डिजाइंड टू थिंक. Thank the mind for that, and that is why you can know that I am Anurag, this is my profile, this is what I want to do in my life, this is what I've done in my life. ये thinking बंद हो गया तो सब कुछ बंद हो जाएगा भाई. Thinking बंद करना ही नहीं है. This is so wrongly sold in meditation. As it is, nobody is able to stop thinking. 1 घंटा भी अगर, 1 घंटा तो बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया, 15 मिनट भी अगर बैठते हैं, उसमें से 15 सेकेंड भी थॉट्स रुकते नहीं है, and people say ये मुझसे नहीं होता, छोड़ दो. People are not addressing this. I don't understand why the learned Shastrarthi and all those people, why are they not addressing this for thousands of years? So again, my point here, my point is ध्यान किस चीज पे देना है? ध्यान देना है बाहर की जो भी external situations हैं, उसका internal reaction पे. For example, somebody said to you something which you didn't like. There is a lot of resistance coming in, an emotional reaction coming in, not a response, reaction coming in. Can you just watch it happening from inside you? That is ध्यान. Watching, ध्यान से देखना. That's it. That is CCTV. CCTV में आप कुछ भी परसेप्शन लेके नहीं आ रहे हो, कुछ भी जजमेंट लेके नहीं आ रहे हो. ये मैंने ऐसा क्यों रिएक्ट किया, मुझे गुस्सा क्या हो गया, मुझे हमेशा गुस्सा आता है, एंगर मुझसे कंट्रोल नहीं हो. नो, नथिंग. CCTV doesn't think like that. A mirror will always show whatever is in front of it, irrespective of whatever the profile. Or CCTV also. That's why the CCTV meditation. Meditation is about right now listening to me, for example, in your case, and whatever is happening inside you, catching it. Now, how does that work? ये सुनने में शायद अच्छा भी नहीं लगता होगा, I don't know. How does it work? The mind wanders in the past and the future. The mind will create stories from the past. On the basis of those stories, if they have been good, the self-esteem will be high. If the story mostly haven't been good, the self-esteem will be low, the confidence will be low, negativity को immediately आप capture कर लोगे. माइंड उन्हीं स्टोरीज को लेके फ्यूचर में चिंता और सब चीजें लेके आता है. अभी क्या होगा, अब क्या होगा, EMI नहीं आएगा, ऐसा नहीं होगा, वैसा नहीं होगा, ये हो जाएगा, मेरे बॉस. सो ऑल ऑफ दोज थिंग्स, मेरी नौकरी का क्या होगा, एक्सेट्रा. दिस इज ऑल बेस्ड ऑन अ वेरी अनश्योर और प्रोबेबली नॉट अ वेरी ब्यूटिफुल पास्ट. बट एनीवेज द पास्ट एंड द फ्यूचर आर स्टोरीज. द ओनली रियल थिंग इन लाइफ इज द प्रेजेंट मोमेंट. In the world of information that we live in, मैंने आपको कुछ भी नया नहीं बताया, ये आपको पता ही होगा. All right, the context here. This was the context. When you are living in the present moment, you are away from the past and the future. So whatever are the worries, they never come when you are anchored in the present moment. So the word here is anchored in the present moment. Meditation helps you to anchor in the present moment. So when you are anchored in the present moment, and in the present moment somebody something happens which you don't like, and there is an emotional reaction coming to it, in the present moment, you'll be able to see that reaction like a CCTV. With practice, not from day one, with practice, you will be able to stop yourself from reacting, and that will be what is called response. So there is a childhood conditioning, there is a habit. So this is what I'm talking of psychology. Lot of childhood conditioning happening in. मेरे reactions mostly I'm a victim of my childhood conditioning or my habitual reaction patterns. But they are coming from the past about the worry about the future or something else. When I'm meditating, when I'm in the present moment, when those habitual reactions come, there is a balance. There's something stopping me right now. Something like it stops. There is that little extra second that I get because of meditation, that I'm able to see that this is not how I want to react. A lot of times I get angry. I'm like, अरे यार anger क्यों आ गया? इतना गुस्सा क्या हो गया? क्यों बच्चे को डांट दिया? क्यों ऐसा हो गया? You know, why am I so angry or whatever it is? And I just can't help it. Meditation try करते हैं. चलो meditation try किया, वो typical तरीके से वो हुआ नहीं. Again you're like, oh my God, this is the way I am. No. They tell you, मेरे गुस्सा आए तो 10 तक गिनो. पर वो कब याद आता है? गुस्सा करने के बाद. अरे यार 10 तक गिनना था. भूल गया. So this being anchored in the present moment helps you to see yourself in the present moment, reacting or responding. And because of that, your habitual pattern, at least that breaks. And now the important part, if you do this being anchored in the present moment for 15 seconds in, let's say, every hour, or 15-second batches, 6 or 7 of those in the whole day, what is happening? Continuously those batches are being produced, and that habitual pattern is being broken. Instead of sitting for 20 minutes in one shot, which is also good, I'll come to that, having those 15-second bouts of meditation, the present moment anchoring for many times a day will make you habituated, and you will see, and this is, I'm telling you from my experience, my personal experience, that this will help you in somewhere connecting with your inner self. So we say, अंदर जाओ, अंदर आंसर मिलेंगे. भैया कहाँ से जाओ? कौन सा दरवाजा? कोई तो बताए. But this is what it is. You see yourself in the present moment. Also the present moment, the benefits, God has not produced you and thrown you. जा सिमरन जी ले अपनी जिंदगी 70 साल बाद मिलेंगे. It is not like that. The connection with God or life or super consciousness, divine consciousness, whatever you want to call, is there in the present moment through a Wi-Fi system, which I called instincts, inner voice, gut feeling. When you're about to smoke, something inside tells you, don't smoke. That voice, something inside you tells you, यार ये करते हैं, अरे नहीं होगा, अरे चल let's do it. आज कुछ तूफानी करते हैं. That voice that tells you from inside, that is your instinct. Now that instinct will never come in the past or the future. That will always come in the present. That Wi-Fi system with whoever it is, the creator of this world, that Wi-Fi system acts like a GPS for you and gives you a lot of direction in life. We'll have to listen, because most of the time the way we live, our patterns are such that we have a direct conflict with the instinct. Instinct बोल रही है सिगरेट मत पी, सिगरेट तो पीना है यार, तो ऐसा conflict आ जाता है. Lot of times because of fear, we don't listen to the instincts. Some of the other things that the instincts wants us to do, we don't do it. So here, CCTV meditation helps you. So I'm telling you two things about meditation. One, we'll just do a 10-minute meditation now, and two, a 15-second meditation after that. 15-second meditation, I've already told you, will break your habitual pattern of reaction. So a lot of times you will find yourself not reacting in that typical way. You will be more, reacting in a wiser way. Now, for example, I tell people, whenever the phone, there is a notification on the phone, there's a message or a WhatsApp message or some other thing, whenever there's a ting in the phone, take this as an alarm for that 15-second meditation. That message can be looked at after 15 seconds. Nothing will happen. Don't lose this opportunity. Now, if you can do that, For most of the times the phone rings with that notification. I'm not saying a phone call, you can't wait because you'll have to pick it up. But if there is a message notification of any sort, take that as a signal, and for those 15 seconds, anchor yourself. How do you anchor? Nothing. Become a CCTV. Become a CCTV to your reactions. Seriously, my dear friends, this is all meditation. पर मेडिटेशन इतना सिंपल होगा नहीं यार. अपने को तो कुछ धांसू चाहिए, कुछ वेल मार्केटेड चाहिए, वेल डिजाइन चाहिए. It has to be something like this. I become a sadhu, I become into samadhi, there's some kind of a tajalli or what you call some other kind of things. I'm forgetting the name. But those reactions, please, those are also spiritual ego. Maybe on some other day I'll talk about that. From material ego, you're shifting to spiritual ego. All those chakras and all those things are fine, but those are a part of spiritual ego. Let's not get into that. Please, we don't have time for all that. Let's only do this. Right now, as you're listening to me, can you see the emotional reaction inside you? You're liking me, you're not liking me, I don't know, I'll see. Probably you have left or not left. Whatever it is. Can you stay with me? Alright, so we'll do this meditation. Kindly be with me. We'll just sit comfortably. We'll not move at all for the next maybe 10 minutes. We'll not move at all. And if you have never done meditation, or if you think you can't do meditation, trust me, from my personal experience of making people do meditation, I will in 10 minutes convert most of your mind to the fact that meditation kar to sakte hain yaar. We can look to it. Please do that. Close your eyes. Body still, completely still. You don't move your body. Whatever comfort. Okay, now this can be done, as I said, while driving or whatever. So you can be sitting on the chair. You don't need to sit on some asana or something, or some yoga mat or something. Whatever, you sit the way you're sitting, but it should be comfortable and your spine should be straight. That's very important. Close your eyes. तीन बार गहरा लंबा सांस लें, गहरा लंबा सांस छोड़ें. एफर्टलेसली लें. सांस लंबा लेने में कोई एफर्ट नहीं है. सांस की आवाज नहीं आनी चाहिए. तीन बार गहरा लंबा सांस लें, गहरा लंबा सांस छोड़ें. Now, because this is a 10-minute meditation, I'll skip most of the things and focus only on the main part. You're sitting, you're not opening your eyes, you're not moving your body. Let's be particular about this. Your hands are not touching each other, by the way. Just keep your hands apart on your knees or whatever. Tell me, so tell me as in don't tell me, tell yourself. Is there life in your right hand? You know there is life is a different thing. How do you know? What is that feeling that tells you that there is life in your right hand? So Rohit, I'm answering your question right now. Please be with me. How do you know there is life in your right hand? What is that feeling that tells you there is life in your right hand? Do you have life in the thumb of your right hand? आपके दाएं हाथ के अंगूठे में जीवन है क्या? कौन सी वो फीलिंग है जो आपको बता रही है कि जीवन तो है? If there was water in your right hand, the palm of your right hand, आपके हाथ की right hand के हथेली में पानी है, तो क्या आप उसका गीलापन फील कर पाएंगे? What is that feeling that tells you that there is water in your right hand and it is wet? Does that tell you that your right hand is alive? If I prick a pin in the index finger of your left hand, imagine doing that. Imagine somebody has pricked a pin in the index fingertip of your left hand. How do you feel that? Yes, it pains and all. That is not the how I'm questioning. I'm saying, how is it possible for you to feel pain? Is it not because you are alive? Can you feel the aliveness in the index finger's fingertip of your left hand? Is it alive right now? Is there life in the wrist of your left hand? Are you wearing a watch right now? Can't you know you're wearing a watch right now? How? Or not wearing a watch, whatever. Do you have life in your right knee? आपके बाएं टांग के घुटने में जीवन है कि नहीं? बाहर से हार्डनेस और अंदर से सॉफ्टनेस दोनों को ऑब्जर्व कीजिए, महसूस करने की कोशिश कीजिए. Is there life in your left knee? आपका बायां घुटना बाहर से अंदर से पूरा देखें और चेक कीजिए. प्लीज डोंट गो विद द ब्रेन, go with the heart, go with the feelings. Feel the presence of life in your left knee. How do you know there is life in your left knee? How do you know there is life in the thumb of the right foot? बाएं पैर, दाएं पैर का अंगूठा, क्या उसमें जीवन है? क्या इतने माइक्रो लेवल पर आप लाइफ को महसूस कर पा रहे हैं? आपके दाएं पैर का, राइट फुट का अंगूठा, इज देयर लाइफ? इज देयर द थंब है कि कोई ले गया है? डोंट गो बाय नॉलेज प्लीज. यू चेक. somebody told you you don't have a right thumb. How do you know? Your eyes are closed, you're not moving your body. How do you check and confirm you have a right thumb right now? Do you have a navel? Can you feel your navel? Can you feel life in your navel? When we were born, we were connected through this navel with our mother. Our only source of nutrition or nourishment was this navel. And that is why whenever there is fear, the navel presses inside. Even if it is in a roller coaster when you're going down, or whenever there is some life endangering fear. Now this may or may not be a life endangering fear, but the mind, if it has put it up as a life endangering fear, the feelings will be the same. There is contraction in your navel. And that is why your breathing should be deeper, and when you breathe in, your navel should go out. When you breathe out, your navel should go in, come in. The navel being in the right breathing position will keep you safe, will keep you mentally healthy. Do you have a left shoulder? Is there life in your left shoulder? How do you know? Always, don't just answer. Check. How do you know there is life? Check that feeling or sensation or whatever else that tells you there is life in your left shoulder. Is there life in your throat? Check it up from inside. The place from where the water or food or air goes inside. That point. Is there life there? Okay, the last one, the most serious one. Is there life in your inside your head? So, feel the presence of life in your entire body. This body is made up of chemicals which are non-living objects, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, and very small traces of iron, potassium, etc., calcium, etc. All of these are non-living objects. Imagine when I am not living, this body cannot move. Today, if I am wanting to move the body, I can move. But if I am not living, this body, the same body which might be in the same state of, physically, in terms of looks, in the same state of health, and yet it may not be moving. What is it? What is absent then? What is present now? Okay, so this is just a 10-minute meditation. Slowly open your eyes. Please, very slowly open your eyes. Come back into the normal state. And maintain that silence if it is there inside you. Although do tell me after some time how was the response. So this is one thing that meditation can help. All this while, if you are focusing on every single part of the body as I was talking about, you are in the present moment. When you practice doing this, you remain more and more anchored in the present moment. The more you remain anchored, the more you are connected with your instincts. The more you are in the present moment, therefore the mind is not able to create the stories of fear, however valid or urgent they might be. In that silence, solutions always come. If they don't come now, they will come later, but you will be patient, you will be wiser, you will be responding and not reacting. All this responding, reacting I've been using in my PPTs. We trainers have these common jargons, but trust me, meditation is the only way probably which can help you respond and not react. Even if not meditation, being anchored in the present moment is the way out. The 15-second meditation is the same. Just for 15 seconds, as the notification ring comes up, focus on whether there is life in your right thumb, whether there is life in your left knee, whether there is life in your right ear. 15 seconds you do that, you are anchored in that present moment. Mind will anyways take you away from that moment. That's okay. Whenever you remember that, come back. See, we do this meditation, we did it for 10 minutes, we do this meditation for 30-35 minutes. And on my channel there are some videos on that. If at all you get time, please do that. And also the fact that meditation is certainly a way which has been proven for thousands of years. My PhD research has been telling me also the same thing. I am also doing a lot of research. I do trainings in corporates on meditation, 15-20 minutes I do that, and now I'm doing it online. I can vouch for it that meditation is the solution for all the emotional problems. More importantly, as you would see, meditation is certainly something that connects you from inside, that makes you wiser. When you become wiser, the solutions, the responses are better. That's what I want to talk about. So here, I think the PPT thing is over. Just let me quickly go through the PPT once again if there is something. So this is the clarity you get in meditation. The mind is cluttered most of the times, but meditation helps you get clarity. You'll quickly go through this. Conflict management is also one benefit. You are the one who can stop the conflict from happening further. You are the one who play the larger brother role or sister role, and you stop that thing right there. This is because now you're responding. Alright? You know very well that now you are in control, not your mind. So this picture, in fact this picture is my desktop wallpaper picture also. I love this. Every time I meditate, every time I see this, I remind myself who has to be in the control. Like, how's the Josh? Like, who's in control? Who's in control? I keep on doing that. So alright, we've discussed all of this. We can quickly go through. Yeah, so alright. So, okay. Yeah, Samin Niravaminji, live life happily. I responded to that. Very true. Every time the people have been saying this, live life happily. But there is a question how to do that. And meditation can certainly help you how to do that. Because in a difficult scenario, those who are naturally happy, that's called trait mindfulness, by the way, in the world of psychology. Somebody from childhood, maybe because of childhood conditioning, or maybe the atma that is there inside them, the trait of that atma is such that they are happy, they are happy-go-lucky, they really don't worry, they have found their solutions earlier, they will do that next time. So there are certain people, but most of the people in the world will have to be, you will have to find out their way out. That's very important, and meditation is one way. Otherwise, try to be in a comic situation, try to do comedy, try to make fun, masti, etc., and do that. So I think in the end, I just want to say this, just to summarize. Before I summarize, whoever is here, I would also urge you to please subscribe the channel, because I want to spread the good word. I want this 200 odd subscriptions to go up to 1000, 2000, 5000, so that I can spread more and more. And with this wisdom, most of it is right now totally free. In fact, all of it is totally free. Maybe tomorrow I might have some paid programs, but still 80% programs will be free, because I don't want money to come in between me and what I want to say and the people. So I'll be spreading this shortly enough. Help me spread this, and also go to my website. If you read well, there are a lot of meditation audios also on meditation page, and also the blogs on Monk page and the workplace page. Monk is about spirituality, the purpose of life, what is moksha, what is meditation, etc., etc. And beware of the law of attraction is a wonderful topic. At the workplace is about appraisals and about motivation and about a lot of other things, about self-actualization, etc. Many things are there. So I think you will love reading them, and you will find them very helpful in your workplace, pattern of working also. Having said that, now finally, I just want to say that as we saw the problems, we will not discuss negativity again, except for the fact that emotional intelligence has to be compulsory today. At least do this to this beautiful world that you live in, that make this important in everybody's mind. All these gossips we have, let this be a part of gossip. My dear friend, you tell them emotional intelligence is so compulsory, and May 2020 is the month where you start working on emotional intelligence. We don't know what kind of months are going to come forward. We want to remain positive, we will remain positive, but it is a little difficult to be positive in the times to come. So let's be positive in the sense that we create a movement all around us, that people are understanding that instead of getting into the violent and other streams of emotional reaction, habitual pattern, because of fear, and because of fear there is panic, and therefore there is intolerance and violence and all of these things we discussed. Please make emotional intelligence important. Meditate or do something else. Meditate with me or on so many other videos on YouTube, but do something. Don't just wait for the water to cross your nose, and probably there is no point of return there, right? So that is very important here. Okay, so I think my son keeps on doing all these PPT things, all these software that you see. So this PPT also will kill me if I don't bring this up. He said last 1 minute you bring this up. So I think we'll close this, and this is my theme, workplace monk. At the workplace, work like a monk. That doesn't mean you become a sadhu, you don't want your salary. This means you are working as a detached person. You detach to results, karm kar, phal ki chinta mat kar. That doesn't mean कर्म फल की इच्छा मत कर. That means फल की चिंता मत कर. जो होगा वो हो जाएगा. Don't worry. Believe in God. यार, you're not some kind of a thrown away kid of God. You're certainly a lovable kid of God. God loves you. All these difficult pain that comes will heal you, heal your soul at some level. Believe in that. Trust God for these difficult times that you're going through. But don't panic because of some ichhaएं that you have. Maybe because of ऊपर का pressure or maybe because of your own pressure. So there is the monk part. Workplace is workplace. So I try to add value to mind, body and soul through this concept of workplace monk. That's a concept of my website. A lot of things I do. Stay connected. I guess most of you know me already, and I'll just answer the chats if at all they are there. So thanks for the wonderful perspectives, Anurag. Thank you, Girish. Thank you. Vimal sir, you are the best. Oh, thank you. Meditation is helpful. So nice of you. Rohit, I hope I've answered your question. So it is about relaxed, reduced brain activity. Very true. So I'm not saying totally become dumb. I already said the mind cannot be made silent. It will not be silent. But the mind has to be stopped from operating from past and future. The mind will have to be used to be operating in the present moment. That's what meditation does. If I have to summarize this whole thing in one statement, I am saying anchor yourself in the present moment, because the past is gone, the future is not come. They're all foolish things. We don't know anything about them, and we are all creating panic about those things. Let's remain anchored. And anchor, you can, breath meditation. Please search a video on breath meditation. I kind of missed out on that. Breathing in and breathing out, you're always doing. That's the most consistent thing with you throughout your life. Just noticing 5 breaths going in and coming out will also anchor you in the present moment, because the breathing is happening right now. Whatever happened in the past is gone. Whatever will happen in the future, we don't even know how many breaths are left with us. So whatever is happening in the present moment, even that will anchor. Finding life inside your body, or finding life in a part of you, or observing something outside non-judgmentally, become a CCTV. That's meditation. That's all. Don't go into all those rituals if you find them difficult. They're all very good, but I'm telling you easy meditations here. God bless you, all of you. Would definitely try meditation techniques you shared. Thank you, Devan bhai. Keep on, please be connected with me. Most of you have my phone number. If you don't have, maybe we are connected through WhatsApp or Facebook. That's where I market it. And otherwise, do let me know. I'll in fact put my phone number here for those of you who may not have. This is my phone number. You can give me a WhatsApp. You can stay in touch with me. Of course, if you feel there are such requirements in your corporates on wellness programs, I'll be more than happy to do meditation interventions in your organization. So thank you very much. I think I took. So sorry. Are there questions? I totally forgot. Are there any questions you want to ask? Whoever wants to say, I'm pretty much here for the next 20 minutes. Any questions you want to ask? And as I said, there's a gap between me and you of 20 seconds. I'll have to wait till 20 seconds before probably the first question comes in. So let me know if there is a question you want to ask. In the meantime, I'll drink a little water. So mindfulness is also about drinking water, feeling the wetness of water inside your mouth and coming. So I did this video. You'll find this on my channel. Meditative eating. Wrong way of eating is the biggest reason of diseases in the body. So I would suggest that you see that video. Even I'm thinking of posting a video on how to become COVID free by drinking green tea. So probably I'm just thinking, I had a thought in the mind, I'll make a green tea, COVID free, immunity strengthening green tea, and I'll also have how to drink it meditatively. So wait for that video. I'll post it very soon, I'm sure. So any questions? Rohit, yeah, thanks. Got the perspective. Yeah, thank you very much. Any other questions, please? I see people, the number of people going down, and please do share this video. If you find this good, it will be posted very soon on the website. Please do share. Please make me spread the word to as many people as possible in the working area particularly, but also in the personal area. So any questions, please? Any questions at all? I'll wait. Yogesh ji, thanks a lot. Knowledgeable. Thank you, Yogesh ji. Thank you very much. Anyone else? So I keep on having these sessions. I have Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7 p.m. meditation sessions for working professionals who get free by around 6:30. 7 is the time I've kept. And 10:30 Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 10:30 p.m. That's called Yog Nidra meditation, which is supposed to be the last activity of the day after you finish your dinner almost an hour ago. And Yog Nidra has known to cure insomnia and anxiety. So I've been doing it for a month. There is a set of people who are with me on that. I'll invite you to come to that place also. Anybody else, or should we call it a day? I'll wait for a minute maybe. Girish, would you recommend meditating in between? Yeah, of course. That's what this thing was about. I mean, yes, you can do formal meditation by the 10-minute meditation that we did. You can certainly do that. These work from home days, you can get your time. You're all alone. Sit for 10 minutes and do that meditation. Or you can obviously pick my videos on the channel. Also, as I said, while you're maybe, for example, while you're typing, when you're typing, notice yourself typing. When you are reading something, notice yourself reading. Maybe when you're doing something else, just the point is become a CCTV. That you can become in all your waking hours, can't you? That's the whole point. Meditation, formal meditation अगर नहीं होता है तो छोड़ दो ना, it's okay. पानी पी रहे हैं तो मेडिटेट कर रहे हैं. कैसे? पानी पीते पीते ध्यान दे रहे हैं, पानी कैसे अंदर जा रहा है, इवन पानी को भी देख रहे हैं. इट इज लुकिंग लाइक ट्रांसपेरेंट, ब्यूटीफुल. This will become me, isn't it? Isn't the food or the water that I intake becomes me? So that's the point. It comes inside me and it becomes me. So that is also meditation. So yes, Girish, certainly while between working hours. Thank you for this question also. You can meditate all the time whenever. So I had this point. Whenever there is a notification on your phone, that is that 15 seconds you take in that day, and anchor yourself in the present moment. 10 such moments in the day will be an achievement, my dear friends. And trust me, you will notice the difference within you within a month. My research in PhD says 20 minutes of meditation for just 30 days has proven all the results that meditation has proven. Stress reduction, anxiety reduction, emotional intelligence, emotional balance, clarity of thought, decision making, less conflict, leadership skills, all of those things have been proven to have clinical research and self-confession reports where people have said 1 month, 20 minutes per day, this meditation that we did has given all these results. So I think no more questions are coming. I think we can call it a day. I've given you my number. Do WhatsApp to me, whatever you want to. We probably will continue with this further. And please do attend my programs as much as possible. What is the best time for meditation? Any time is the best time for meditation. As I always say, even खाना खाते हुए भी meditation कर सकते हैं. But if you want to do this formal meditation that I just did, just keep food a difference of at least half an hour or an hour if you've had heavy food between you and meditation. Otherwise, any time is good for meditation. That's what I suggest. Pick any video from YouTube or from my channel and just sit, close your eyes. The only important thing in meditation is discipline. That is where people lack. मेडिटेशन कर रहे हैं, फोन आ गया, उठा लिया, मैसेज आ गया, देख लिया, किसी से बात भी कर ली, कुछ और भी कर लिया, टीवी में कुछ आ रहा है तो उसकी तरफ भी ध्यान चला गया. Now please don't do that to yourself. Please don't do, because you will stop doing meditation after a while saying that meditation is wrong. You'll spread the wrong word outside also. Don't do that. With discipline, sit for 10 or 20 minutes or 15 seconds or 30 seconds and anchor yourself in the present moment. You'll find it very, very good. Trust me. Thank you, Keval, for a question. Thank you, Suresh. Yogesh ji, thank you. Rohit, thank you. Deven ji, thank you very much. Geeta ji, very apt webinar. All right, great. You've been a regular audience to me, so thank you very much. You've always been very kind in your comments. Anybody else? Manoj ji, thank you so much. I think we'll call it a day. Manoj Parihar. Thank you so much, Anurag. I don't know if I know you. I think I know you. If you're the same Manoj which I'm thinking, the GE days, please send me a WhatsApp. I want to connect with you. Bhagirath ji, thank you so much. Girish, of course. Vimal ji, thanks. I don't know how many of them are still there. Aminji, Nirav Aminji, thank you. Rohit Pangani, yes. Rohit Vimalji, everybody. Pradeepji, my father-in-law. Shayon, you are a gem of a person. Great, thank you. Himalji, thank you. Thank you for that initiative. I think this all started. We merged the AMA program and this program together. Thank you very much for initiating this. Rajendraji, Pareshji, Dhara, you're a gem. Thank you for sharing my post yesterday. Manoj, Sureshji, Mandar, my friend. Alright, so in case I've missed anyone, Vineet, Chandrawali sir, if you're still there, thank you very much for coming. So God bless all of you. I think we'll call it a day. And if there is something, please let me know. And do like the post if you like it, but do share it. And that's very, very important for me. If you like this post, share it to as many people as possible. Subscribe the channel. Help me become big in this world of shifting from offline to online. I would need help from good people. I'm trying to do a good job. So thank you very much. Had a great time with all of you.